My savings is gone. My money is dried up. And I haven't been getting offered anything. So I just left out of one store and I'm looking for a job. I applied online.
I'm a dog, but I still wanna party. Things felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10. Like Gabby, Stacy, all of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the Barbies is bad. It's girls, and we ain't playing tag.
Hey guys, it's Drea, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since my last upload, probably about a month. Honestly, I just been going through it and I just haven't been in the mood to upload. I've been wanting to. I have been having ideas and stuff that I want to upload, but I just didn't get around to it. But I'm back. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I've been laid off since January, February-ish. I work in marketing and advertising. I started off as a news reporter. I have a whole video on that. This is the first time I ever got laid off before. And I've been surviving off of my savings since, but you know, savings don't last forever, and at some point you need something to come in. You can't just have money going out. You have to have money coming in as well. So of course I've been applying, but I don't know what it is about 2025, but it's so hard to get a job. Like, there's been times when I didn't have a job before and I easily get a job, or I easily get interviews. I've been applying even before I was laid off because I just kind of had this feeling that things weren't going well at my job as far as my department. I just had a feeling. So I had been applying to jobs literally since like last fall. And I can honestly say that I've probably had 5 interviews since then, and 3 of them I made it to the second round, and I got to the second round and they told me that they had to pause the hiring process, and that was those 3 were in 2025, within the last couple of months. So that just goes to show like where the job market is. Like, for me to get that far into the interview process and the hiring manager really likes me, and then I get an email saying that because of budget and things like that, they have to pause the hiring process. I even got offered a position, and the day I was supposed to start, like 2 hours before I was supposed to go in, the hiring manager was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pause on hiring you. That was the worst, because it's like I got so prepared, like, yay, I finally, you know, have a job again, I'm gonna have a source of income, and then, you know, I was literally let down the day that I was supposed to start. But, you know, God is good. I'm keeping the faith and I'm continuing to apply, but I will say that it's getting down to the nitty gritty, and I do want to be in my career and I want to work a career job, but sometimes you have to pivot based on your needs. And right now, what I need is money. It's time to just, you know, take what I can get. So today I'm taking you guys with me to the mall because I'm going to be dropping off resumes. We got to take it back to the old school days, because I can tell you that I probably apply to 100 jobs a week and I don't hear anything back. Oh no, I do hear things back. I get a rejection letter in the email. It's actually really bad. Like, I don't even think I'm the only one going through this, but you know, I had to get on here and talk about it because it is a thing in 2025. I've heard horror stories from other people about being laid off in 2025. And one of the things that I've been telling myself is like, you know, this could happen again. This could happen again. And I have been creating a source of income for myself, 2 different sources of income. And I think that's the lesson for me in it all, is to always know that you can't just rely on one source of income. You can't just rely on that one job, because a job can be taken away from you. It doesn't matter how good you are at your job. It can actually be taken away from you. I do need a main source of income that pays a lot more, and I'll be able to keep my other sources of income on the side. And that's how I have to think moving forward. So right now we are at the Office Depot. We're in the Office Depot parking lot, and I'm gonna take you guys with me to go print out a few resumes that I'm gonna be taking to the mall. So let's go. when I do get a job, that is not the end. This is God showing me that you have to step out on faith. That business that you want to start, that content creation that you want to do, you better do it, because that job is not, it may not be everything forever. I'm about to get something soon, but I'm gonna still be working on the things that I want to accomplish on the side so that I can have 3 and 4 streams of income, so I'll never be in this position again. And I want my other streams of income to be paying more than what my job is. That's how good I want it. And we are headed to the mall, but first we have to get some coffee, because what is a day without coffee? Iced coffee at that. And also, what is a day of doing things you don't want to do and embarrassing things you don't want to do without taking the edge off with some iced coffee? So we're about to go to this Cuban spot that I like, that has good coffee and pastries. I'm just gonna get a vanilla iced latte, but let's go. You saw how sunny it was when I posted that video in the parking lot of Office Depot. You saw how sunny it was. Literally got in my car, started driving. It started pouring down, raining, like pouring. And that's still Miami. Like, that's what Miami does. Like, it could be a bright sunny day, everything looking good. You're like, yes, it's a beach day. Boom, raining, thundering, all that. But another thing about Miami is that, and it's the police behind me, so I gotta put my phone low. But another thing about Miami as well is that the rain will stop like really quickly. So the sun is back out, and I'm happy, because sometimes it just be little stuff like that. Like, you getting up, you having a productive day, you thinking it's gonna be a great day, boom, thunderstorms. It's like, dang, like, I'm just trying to get my little coffee and go to the mall and drop off these resumes. Like, I'm not trying to be driving through no thunderstorm. But the sun came out, and that's also a testament to the Lord. Like, God showing you, like, you're gonna go through some rainy days, you're gonna go through some trials and tribulations that represents the rain and the thunderstorms. You're gonna drive through it, but guess what? That sun gonna come out, and you're gonna see that rainbow, and you're gonna get to those good days. So we secured the vanilla latte, and when I tell you it's fire, it's so fire. But one thing about Cuban coffee, it's gonna have you wired. It's just so good, and it's cheaper than Starbucks. But yeah, so let's go. Miami really trips me out. Like, it was literally just pouring down, raining, nasty outside. Now the sun is shining bright. So I'm here at the mall, about to go in and drop off some resumes at some stores. I don't really want to do this. This is embarrassing. Let's keep it 100. Like, especially being the age that I am. I've worked so hard in my career. I've come so far in my career. Like, I went to college. I did everything right. You just don't expect layoffs. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect things like that. And now I'm going back into a space that I told myself I would never go back to, which is retail. Once I stopped doing retail and I really got into my career, I was like, I would never go back to retail, because if you ever work retail, you know how stressful it is, and being on your feet all day and dealing with customers. And you know, I told myself I would never do that again. And I'm at a place in my life right now where retail is going to be a matter of if my bills are going to be paid or not. I've been trying to get a job back in my field, in my career, and I'm not getting any callbacks, so I have to go back to retail right now. But yeah, nobody wants to like walk into a mall with a resume and, hey, can I speak to your manager? My name is Andrea. But like, I don't want to do that whole thing, but I'm not gonna lay down and let life like take me out either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have anybody to fall back on in Miami. I can't go move in with somebody and wait until I get a job offer. Like, I'm all I have, or it's going back to Maryland, and I'm not going back there. So I saw something on TikTok where this girl was like, you know, sometimes you have to do embarrassing things to like make money. Like, you have to do like what's embarrassing to get to where you're trying to go. But she was saying that it's always embarrassing until you get your bag, until you make it, and then when you make it, it's a come up story. It's cool. It's attractive. But while you're in that grind, while you're trying, when it's hard, when you're crying and you don't have any money, and you don't know how you're gonna pay your next bill, then and you're doing these things to try to get to that, it's embarrassing, and it's, people look down on it. But I feel like people who win in life, like real winners, they do what I'm doing. And I've always been a winner. Life is gonna happen. Layoffs are gonna happen. Times of being broke, heartbroken, empty. That's life. Yeah, so I'm about to go inside this mall, drop off some resumes. Woo! See you inside the mall. All right, so I'm here. I'm inside the mall. Embarrassing with a capital My friend used to always say that in high school. Embarrassing with a capital I feel so silly doing this, but it's what I gotta do. So let's figure out what stores we're gonna go into where I wouldn't mind working. It gotta make sense still. I'm not about to just go inside a Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? So let's see where I would want to work. So I just left out of one store, and surprisingly I wasn't shy at all. Like, I went in there, I was laughing and I was smiling, giggling, and I was just like, I'm looking for a job. I applied online and I just wanted to come and, give you my resume, and you can put my face and my resume together. And she was super nice. She was like, oh, definitely, like, we're not hiring right now, but we're gonna start hiring because the season, the shopping season, Christmas and all that is coming. So she was like, I'm definitely gonna keep your resume. She was like, look online and just make sure that you're staying up to date with, the new postings and things like that, and go ahead and apply. So that was super easy. I'm happy it went well, because I was like really, really nervous. Like, this is like embarrassing. But sometimes once you go ahead and you do it, it's really not as embarrassing as it feels. So just for anybody that wants to do something but they're too embarrassed to do it, or they don't know how to do it, look what I just did. You seen how embarrassed I was in the car to get out and do it, but I did it. So don't let fear stop you. Going into the next store now. Sorry, I thought that I was getting my face, but I'm not. But you got the message. I just went into a store. Everything worked out fine. About to go into the next store. It's embarrassing holding this camera up and walking through the mall. And I know vloggers do it all the time, but baby, I ain't no vlogger. Well, maybe I am a vlogger at this point, but yeah, it went well. Going into the next spot. Was not expecting it to be that easy. The lady was so nice. Want to do something, just do it. Don't be scared. Look at me, how scared I was in the store. I mean, look how scared I was in the car, how nervous I was, and look how easy it was. The lady was so nice to me. Like, I was just like, oh my god, like, you have a great resume. Like, and I even told her, like, the job market's been so hard in 2025. And she's like, yeah girl, like, we really related, and like smiled. And I was not nervous. I mean, I was a little nervous, but it was just like nervous laughter. So she probably took it as like I'm being funny, but I really was being nervous. But I did not expect it to go so well. I'm so happy that I did it. I actually wanted to walk in ILO. I think it's called ILO. But look, I thought it was open already, but it's not. It looks like it's open online, but it's not open actually. So I'm gonna find another store to go into. Maybe like 2 more. And then I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm gonna go home. I did everything that I set out to do. Super proud of myself. It went a lot smoother than I thought, and I'm proud of myself. I'm excited for my future. Sometimes when you do stuff like this, it makes you just open up to so many other things and possibilities, because when you take that leap out on faith and you step out on faith, it just opens up more doors, and God just presents more opportunities and more ideas to you. Even like making this video, I didn't even want to make this video. Like, I've been in such like a negative space, like over the last month or so, but I'm happy that I made this video. I'm still on my YouTube journey, and it's the best is yet to come. Like all the cliche statements and stuff like that, like they're true and they came from a place, you know what I mean? So you hear that train? But they actually come from a place. So I'm just excited to see what happens, and thank you guys for tuning in. And I will definitely keep you guys posted on what's next, if I get a call back, if I get hired. And when I was walking through the mall, I actually got an email for a career job, a job in my career, marketing and advertising, and interviews tomorrow. So look what happens when you step out on faith. Like I said, other doors open. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
And we can play tag.